Hey guys, today's scripture is going to be Ecclesiastes. It's going to be chapter 3. It's going to be verse 1 through 8. Let's get into this. A time for everything. For everything there is a season, a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek, a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. A time for everything. God is reminding us that everything has a purpose. There is no accidents. There is no luck. It wasn't because we worked so hard things are happening. It wasn't God specifically allows time for everything, right? There's a time to be born, right? And then there's a time to die. We all know for certain that, but what it's saying is, like, as we go through our seasons, we are going to be going through these seasons where it seems like, man, we're going through laughter, we're going through heartbreak, we're going through cheering, we're going through silence. There's a season for everything here on earth. But you want to know the amazing thing is God is with us through it all. He reminds us in his word that we are going to be going through all these things. But we're to seek him. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything else will fall into place for his glory, not for us, for him. That is our purpose. We were born to be sons and daughters of Christ. That's what Christ died on the cross for us for his purpose, and it is for our good in the end. So I just hope this reminds everyone, including myself, that Jesus is great all the time.